President Goodluck Jonathan describes Governor Moino as compassionate leader, inaugurates projects in Uyo. Akwa Ibom legislature poised on enforcement of anti-open grazing law. Non-governmental group Connect initiative empowers 60 vulnerable persons in Akwa Ibom. Plus, World marks Malaria Day on theme accelerating the fight against malaria for a more equitable world. Stay tuned for details of these and other reports in a moment. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the news. My name is Mercy Ekere. The flood control project on Atiku Abubakar Way, Uyo, and the reconstructed Afaobe Road have been inaugurated by former President Goodluck Jonathan. Inaugurating the projects, Dr. Jonathan described Governor Moino as a focused leader who provides quality projects for his people. Government House reporter Patience John reports.
Inaugurating the flood and road projects, former President Goodluck Jonathan extolled the leadership qualities of Governor Moino for initiating projects that have positive impact on the lives of the people.
And see some of the ongoing projects, are they people-oriented? And he will take up those people-oriented projects and make sure he's continue to service the project. Within this period, from the little I've seen about Pastor he has done well.
In his remarks, Governor Moino thanked President Bola Tinubu Ahmed, Senate President Senator Godswill Akpabio, the PDP, Akwa Ibom sons and daughters across party lines, and all for supporting his administration since inception. He promised to continue to serve Akwa Ibom people with sincerity and transparency.
Gathered here to commission is a product of faith and circumstance. Your Excellency, in one of the events we had in church, someone sent me a picture on my phone. It was completely impassable, and so we decided to intervene. So today, we want to thank Hensec Global for the work he has done. We want to thank the community for cooperating with him. What this shows is that all of us can collectively run the state. The state is not just run by the governor, but anyone from anywhere, anything you see that you believe government should intervene, you can bring it to our attention. You can draw attention to such issues, and we will work with you. That is how government functions all over the world. The Etina Nikorekan Road that we flagged off about a month ago was brought to our attention by students who were going to school, and that road was flooded that day. They sent me the picture, and today we are intervening. We try to run an open government. We try to run a government across party lines, because knowledge is not based in only one person or in one party. We can work together as a people. We accept and appreciate constructive criticism, but not those that are born out of malice and mischief. Together, all of us can be in government, whether you are given an appointment or not. I do not know the young man that sent me that photograph, but we are here courtesy of that young man. Probably we would not have intervened when we did. So if you notice anything in your environment, you can send it to us. We will look at it. We will prioritize it. We'll queue it. And we'll try to see how we can come to your aid.
The governor used the occasion to celebrate some of his birthday mates, including a baby born today at Itongpan Hospital, Oran local government area.
Before I became governor, every 24th, we'll bring together everyone whose birthday was today so that we can stay together and share the birthday. And a few people that shared this birthday with me, some I got to know this morning, and I just like to wish them a very happy birthday.
The paramount ruler of Uyo local government area, Didem Sylvanus Okon, thanked Governor Moino for the road project and prayed God's blessings on him. Patience John, AKBC News.
Governor Moino has emphasized the need for continuous knowledge updates by workers in all sectors of the state in order to be abreast with contemporary realities. The governor stated this in Uyo while inaugurating a 2-day workshop for the launch of a digital attendance system for basic education teachers in Akwa Ibom State.
Governor Moino, who said training and retraining of all categories of workers for optimum performance was a critical part of the Arise agenda, encouraged teachers to adopt the positive change. The governor was represented by the head of civil service, Elder Effiong Essien.
It is my great pleasure to address you at this 2-day workshop for teachers on the use of tablets on digital attendance in schools in Akwa Ibom State, organized by the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, and the State Universal Basic Education, SUBEC. To refresh and updated knowledge is the paramount need of every professional or practitioner, especially teachers of basic education.
The chairman, Akwa Ibom State Universal Basic Education Board, Mr. Nietzsche urged teachers in public, primary and junior secondary schools to adopt the digital attendance data gathering as a new standard to promote commitment, seriousness and punctuality among educators in the state. Mr. Tuk expressed gratitude to the state governor, Pastor Moino, the Universal Basic Education Commission and other partners for their collaboration in procuring 800 digital tablets for distribution to participants after the workshop. He also announced plans for the second phase of the digitization exercise to ensure all supervised teachers are fully equipped, aiming to eliminate absenteeism, negligence of duties, and engagement in personal activities during school hours.
What you are doing is in tandem with what is happening in other planets. Before Ghanaians, gone are the days through which you will go to school and you like. Some of you that live in the economic Benin will want to go to school, or you are school, your attention is in Minister of the Apple or economy. So you decide to stay in economy, or you to go to school in economy because you cannot go to your attention. I'm sorry, maybe you don't belong here.
In their goodwill messages, the chairman of the House Committee on Education and the member representing Oron Urungoko State Constituency, Mrs. Kenem Onofio, commended stakeholders in the basic education sector for the innovation and called for full digitization of all public primary and secondary schools in the state. The workshop also received goodwill messages from the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Lady Rose Bassi, representing the State Commissioner for Education, the State Chairperson of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, Comrade Sonny James, the Chairman State Secondary Education Board, Dr. Ekaite Bon-Okun, and Chairman State Technical Schools Board, Dr. Godwin Udum, who emphasized the need for teachers to embrace ICT and called for training and retraining of participants to achieve perfection in the use of the tablets. The workshop included the presentation of customized tablets to 12 teachers from across the state's 3 senatorial districts by the head of civil service.
The Ministry of Agriculture has donated farm inputs to persons with disabilities. The inputs include cassava cuttings, maize, coconut seedlings, and gari. The gesture was part of activities to mark the Diamond Birthday celebration of Governor Moino. Ayano Paul reports that the presentation held at Idon Asanka's Secretariat, Uyo.
Due to the governor's directive that gift be rather presented the less privileged and orphans, the Ministry of Agriculture gathered persons with disabilities to celebrate the governor's 60th birthday with them. While presenting the gift items, which were farm input and food items, the Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Fiongofo, said he chose them because of the ability seen in their disability, evidenced in their zeal to plant crops of various types. Dr. Foss said for a while now, leaders of different clusters of disabilities have been visiting the ministry to ask for input to cultivate in lands donated to them by the governor, stressing the inclusivity disposition of the Moino administration.
We have seen time and again His Excellency show that he's a compassionate government. Yes. Compassionate in the sense that he does not just see people having issues and pass by, he reaches out to them. And we have learned from him, and that's why we're gathered here this afternoon to celebrate his 60th diamond birthday with persons living with disability. We thank you for all you are doing to show that when you are alive, you can do something dignified to make your life count.
The permanent secretary in the ministry, Mrs. Mary Koite, lauded Governor Moino for directing that the gift be taken to the destitute, describing him as selfless and compassionate.
The governor told all of us, all the commissioners, I don't want any presents. I don't want anything. If you can give people, the poor, if you can give people things, presents today because of my birthday, you go and do it. If we come about September, because our governor,
the governor's aides, who are members of the association, thanked the ministry for the gift and prayed for long life on the governor, whom they said has provided them over 100 plots of land and total inclusion.
I gathered here to celebrate the 60th birthday of His Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State. He's a man of the people, a compassionate father, a loving father.
Today, you have chosen to commemorate His Excellency's Diamond Betting Day with the vulnerable community, just as he mandated. We will make good use of this input. You will see the farm. We will take you there.
I want also to use this opportunity to thank the governor for the love that he has played since inception of office. He has shown the love practically. We have never had inclusion this way before.
This shows that the governor have love and compassion for persons with disability.
The gathering later sang a birthday song for the governor.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. May the Lord God bless you. May the Lord God bless you. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip.
Eyageno Paul. KBC News.
Worried by the seemingly flagrant disregard for the anti-open grazing law of the state by herders, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has moved to ensure its enforcement. The House at Tuesday's plenary was acting on a motion by the House Leader, Elder Sunday Johnny. Again, the Legislative Affairs reporter Oyoko Swa completes the story.
On September 14, 2021, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly had passed an anti-open grazing bill, which was assented to by the immediate past governor on September 15, 2021. The bill, which prescribed a 10 million naira fine for any offender breaching it, was aimed at creating sanity in herding in the state and promoting the building of ranches. It has, however, been observed that despite this existent law, open grazing has resurfaced in many parts of the state, hence the concern by the House Leader in his motion.
Since the passage of this bill into law, it has yielded little effort as herders still graze people's farmland with their cattle on the path. already cultivated land by result in a serious security threat.
After due deliberation, Speaker Udeme Oton referred the matter to the House Committee on Security for in-depth study, urging it to liaise with relevant stakeholders to arrest the menace.
We as a House will listen to the Excellency on the enforcement of the law that was signed into law in 2021, and we are still looking forward to hear from the ESCO on the way forward to enforce the existing law. The Chairman House Committee on Security will also liaise with the Commissioner Internal Security to know the extent, because already reaching to the Excellency the Governor. So on that note, all members, I refer this motion to the House Committee on Security. Thank you.
Uyoko Uswa, AKBC News.
You're watching AKBC 45 News. Still to come. Non-governmental group Connect Initiative empower 60 vulnerable persons in Akwa Ibom. Plus World Marks Malaria Day. Stay tuned after this time out. Our non-governmental group Connect Initiative has empowered 60 vulnerable people from the 31 local government areas of the state with 200,000 naira each. This is in commemoration of the diamond birthday of the state governor, Pastor Moino, who is the grand patron of the group.
At the chief connector of the organization, engineer Frank Ekpenyong, said the 60 for 60 initiative was a symbolic way of empowering 60 persons to celebrate the 60 years of God's faithfulness in the life of Governor Moino. Engineer Ekpenyong, who is the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on ICT and Digital Services Initiative, stated that the empowerment was a way of supporting the state's chief executive and reaching out to the less privileged, especially those in rural communities. He said Pastor Moino has so far initiated over 100 projects across the state, and that the objective of Connect Initiative was to take the governor's programs and policies to the people, urging beneficiaries to invest the money in productive ventures.
Ambition is that the government, what it wants to achieve, well, that tool that makes sure it's possible. We're the vehicle. And I'm sure you're not surprised that Connect Initiative is that group that has interpreted that instruction, and for that singular directive, that's why we're here.
Other members of Connect Initiative eulogized Governor Moino for his humane disposition and exemplary leadership, inclusivity in governance, and wished him a happy birthday celebration. The event featured presentation of checks to beneficiaries and induction of members into Connect Initiative Elders Forum, including the Commissioner for Lands and Town Planning, retired Captain Inyebong Ekong, Chairman Board of Internal Revenues Mr. Kono Kun, Transition Chairman Oron Local Government Mr. Murphy Essien, that of Ikore Bene, Mr. Unyime Etam. Others were Honorary Special Advisor to the Governor on Tourism Matters, Mrs. Ime Udo, Marketing Manager of Ibom Air, Mrs. Anyeka Nesienete, and a Business Manager, Mrs. Inyebong Akamba. Some of the beneficiaries expressed gratitude to Governor Moino for his kindness and Connect Initiative, pledging to make judicious use of the funds.
Never dreamed that I can have this kind of money today.
The most happiest day in my life. This will help me because I'm going to start my foodstuff business now, not depending on anybody again. I think I will support my husband and my kids in paying school fee, most especially paying school fee to train my children well. And as we come at them,
World Malaria Day is observed on April 25 every year with the global aim of creating awareness about malaria and its devastating effects on individuals, families, and communities.
World Malaria Day.
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 World Malaria Day. April 25th, 2024 is World Malaria Day.
Malaria is preventable and treatable but remains a significant public health challenge, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa. A respondent explains.
Malaria is a disease caused by a parasite. The parasite is spread through humans by the bites of infected female Anopheles mosquitoes.
The theme for 2024 World Malaria Day is accelerating the fight against malaria for a more equitable world, and part of the campaign to raise awareness and encourage actions to reduce sufferings and deaths from the disease.
Fight against malaria for a more equitable world highlights the need to address the disproportionate impact of malaria on vulnerable populations such as children, pregnant women, and communities in sub-Saharan Africa.
The theme also highlights barriers to health equity, human rights, and malaria responses worldwide. The campaign aims to ensure no mother, child, or family member faces malaria alone, and creates a future where every life is valued and protected.
Disease is uncommon in temperate climates. It spreads very easily in tropical and subtropical countries. Now, over 290 million people get infected with the disease, and nearly 400,000 die from the disease.
The preventive measures include the use of insecticide, treated bed nets in areas with no screens, elimination of breeding sites, application of repellents containing DEET, fumigation, among others.
Malaria. This part focuses on intensifying actions to reduce the burden of malaria. This involves strategies like increasing access to preventive measures like site-treated bed nets and indoor spraying. Also, improving diagnostic capabilities for early detection and ensuring prompt and effective treatment with anti-malaria drugs.
Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation, Mrs. Magdalene Udokang, is on behalf of the management and staff of the AKBC joined of the state to convey heartfelt wishes to the governor on his 60th birthday. A statement made available to AKBC TV newsroom, the DG, Mrs. Udokang, eulogized the governor's visionary leadership, unwavering dedication, and profound commitment to the welfare of Akwa Ibom people, describing him as a beacon of inspiration. She expressed optimism that Akwa Ibom State will continue to prosper and thrive under the guidance of Pastor Moino, adding that his exemplary leadership and compassionate nature are indelible marks on the people of the state, even across religious and party lines. The Acting Director General wishes Governor Moino abundant happiness, good health, and continued success in all his endeavors. The Mpanag village in Ibana local government area will tomorrow witness an influx of visitors into the area as sympathizers and well-wishers join the Obong Stephen Ekpe family as it organizes funeral of his sister, wife, mother, grandmother and great-grandmother, the late Mrs. Imelda Stephen Ekpe. Popularly known as Maticha, the late Mrs. Imelda Ekpe, who died at the age of 80, was until her death a retired deputy head teacher and a member of Catholic Women Organization Nigeria, St. Peter and Paul Parish, Nkpanak, Ibna local government area. She is survived by a brother, 7 children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, sons-in-law, daughters-in-law, and other relatives. The funeral arrangement, according to a release signed by the chief mourner, Obong Stephen Ikpe, indicates that the vigil mass will be held in her honor at the St. Peter's and Paul Catholic Church, Nkpanak, Ibno, at 7 o'clock in the evening today. Her remains will be laid to rest tomorrow, Saturday, after a celebrated funeral mass by 10 o'clock in the morning at the St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church, Nkpanak, Ibna local government area. The release invites members of the public, friends, relations, and sympathizers to join the family in bidding her farewell, even as it prays that her soul may rest in peace. And on that note, we conclude our package this afternoon. But just before we go, a quick reminder of some of our headline stories. We told you that the flood control project on Atiku Abubakar Way, Uyo, and the reconstructed Afawu Bay Road have been inaugurated by former President Goodluck Jonathan. Inaugurating the project, Dr. Jonathan described Governor Moino as a focused leader who provides quality projects for his people. We also told you that a non-governmental group, Connect Initiative, has empowered 6 vulnerable people from 31 local government areas of the state with 200,000 naira each. This is in commemoration of the diamond birthday of the state governor, Pastor Moino, who is the grand patron of the group. That's the package. Thanks for your time. My name is Mercy Ikere. Good afternoon.